Oh yeah, it's Lucy here. There's a little bit of 2022 planner prep going on this evening, so I thought I'd bring you along. I'm going to set up my passport traveller's notebook, which is my smaller wallet setup. So in a previous video I've shown this. So I have a wallet insert, a craft paper insert, and a calendar, which is just literally a monthly, and I hardly use this at all, but occasionally I want to go for a walk, or I want to go for example, I was at a protest march recently, March with Midwives, and I didn't want to take my great big standard size traveller's notebook. I wanted something smaller, so that's why I always set this up. So I'm going to move these guys out the way. The leather is looking really battered. Now I don't mind that, that's the way leather is, but the first thing that needs to happen to this is that it needs some conditioning. So I'm going to take out everything. Now when I've done this in the past, I've taken the strings out as well, but I'm going to leave the strings in this time just because, well, it takes a bit of time, and to be honest I think I can go round easily enough. So I've got my little tin here, and inside I have a gallon leather balm, and also a product called Renapur leather balm, which I think I bought on Amazon. This one came from Gallon Leather. It was an add-on to a purchase. I don't think they sent it free, but you can get it from Gallon Leather. It's very good, but I actually prefer the smell of this one. It smells like it's like a sort of incense a little bit. I think it's mainly beeswax though. Now this manky sponge, it is actually clean. This is the sponge that I use on all my leather goods, and it gets washed out, and I've actually put it through the washing machine. It's stained, not dirty, I assure you. There are, however, some bits in the balm, which is quite unattractive, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is just get a generous amount onto my sponge and just go for it. I've done this lots of different ways over the years. One product that I really do like to use for this is coconut oil. There's actually a video over on a channel that I'm not really on anymore, but if you want to go and check it out, have a look for The Crafty Lucy on YouTube. There's about 6 videos, I think, of planners of days of yore. I think the last video there was, pre-pandemic. I think it might have been 2018, something like that. But one of the things I did was condition all of my leather with coconut oil. It's my most viewed video. This is a different channel, and I wanted to focus a bit more on sort of birthy stuff. But guess what? We're conditioning leather again. But yes, if you're interested in watching me rubbing conditioners into leather traveller's notebooks, feel free to enjoy that. So you can see that this is actually really bringing up this leather rather beautifully. The lighting's appalling today. I'm filming this in the UK. It's not even late, but it's already dark because, you know, seasons. That's what you get when you film between Christmas and New Year in the middle of the United Kingdom. So I have got as much light going on here as I possibly can, but you're going to get a lot of sheen. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so that's that one done. So I'm going to set it aside to absorb, and I'm going to have a go at this little insert. So this insert, I mentioned it in a previous video, and I can't remember where I got it from. And after that video, when I was doing my what am I going to put in the links, I had a really, really good scroll back through old emails and stuff. I don't know where it came from. I've had a little look on Etsy and I've got an idea, but to be honest, there's loads of them. There's loads of little leather wallet inserts on Etsy, and it could have been any of them. So I don't particularly want to recommend a shop that isn't it. But yeah, just go and have a look. There's loads out there, or fabric ones or whatever, but I really like this one. It's really supple, it's really nice. And it's undyed, so it was really, really pale when I first got it. So you can see how it's conditioned and patinaed up. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to absorb, and I'm going to come back to the setup when they're all done. So hopefully you can see how completely lovely this leather is looking. It's just refreshed and rejuvenated and back to its amazing self. And this one as well, it just comes up so nice. I mean, I don't do this often, maybe once or twice a year probably. But this particular piece of leather and another regular traveller's notebook that I own actually just soak it up. So they obviously need it. Okay, let's turn our attention to the contents. So this craft paper folder, I had a bit of washi tape across the bottom, which I've already taken off. It's really knackered, isn't it? I do have a new one waiting in the wings, but I think I need this to completely and utterly fall apart first, disintegrate before my very eyes. I also quite like this is just a fake leather stick-on pen loop that you can get a job lot of these really, really cheaply on Amazon. But I think it's my only brown one I've got left in that pack. I think I've had all the really nice ones, and I'm left with that kind of unpleasant pink colour and a sort of yucky, horrible colour, blue. I think there's a blue one. I don't want to use it. I think I want to keep this. And this folder's only purpose is to house the pen loop. So why don't I just pretty this up a little bit? I've got some lovely new washi tapes for Christmas. I think I'm just going to beautify this. So I will speed that up, I think. And yeah, let's do a bit of collage, and I'll speed up the process for you. Can I just point out how pleasingly that one fitted? I did this one first because I thought if this was an uneven gap, I would be fine to have the overlap rather than having it, whatever. That's why I decided to put that one in first. But that just slotted in so beautifully. Made me really happy. Okay, let's trim edges. Okay, I feel like that's enough. It's certainly smartened it up. I've still got my "And So the Adventure Begins" card on the back. That's the card that came with this notebook from the Wanderings company on Amazon. I'm not going to do any more in here. I quite like it to be simple like that. I'm worried this is going to peel. I think we'll be all right. I can always do a little fix if I need to. Okay, so that's that done. Let's put the Sharpie Sharps away, shall we? Well, when I say away, obviously I don't mean I'm going to put them away. It Don't put anything away, do you, people? Do we put anything away, or do we just shove it out of frame? Right, now I'm just going to have an argument with these washi tapes briefly. Bear with. Yeah, okay, that's not happening either. Right, okay, so I wanted to turn my attention to this. Now, normally when I get Traveller's Company inserts, I always round the corners. I don't like square corners. For some reason, this guy, which has been with me since June 2021, never got his corners rounded. And on the basis that I will potentially be using this into February, we can't have that. So I'm going to do that one, and I'm also going to do the new insert, which is the blank one that I'm going to be setting up. So this is the Kadamaro Pro. I've seen it a lot around YouTube. I got mine off Amazon. One of my best purchases I've ever bought. For journaling type stuff. It's got small, medium and large. It's brilliant. I love it. This guy is going to get the large treatment. So off we go. Okay, so that one's had all these little roundies done. Let's go for the new one now. Okay, hopefully that process was a lot quicker for you than it was for me. That was quite painful. Okay, I'm not going to bother collaging these. That's quite pretty, what I've already done with a few washi stickers. It might be a project for another day, but at the moment I just really can't be bothered. So what I'm going to do now is start just grabbing some dates for March and just set up maybe March, April, May. No more than that, because it might be that I'm not going to use it at all. And I don't need it, and this will be a waste of time, in which case I won't fill out all of this, because it might be that this thing doesn't get used for a few months. Do you know what? No, I do. I want to set up March in here. I want to. So again, I will speed you up, and we'll come back when I've got something to put together. Okay, so the first things that I need to make sure are in my diary is my on-call times. And I do this through the power of washi tape. Because obviously once the mother has had her baby, I am no longer on call, which means that I can take the washi tape off at the point where the baby's born and I'm no longer on call. So I have a baby due at the end of February, and I tend to stay on call, or plan my on call for 38 to 42 weeks. So I tend to be on call for about 4 weeks. And this person is due to birth her baby in the middle of February. So I'm going to be potentially on call for that first week of March here. So I'm going to give her the washi tape that matches her dates in my main planner. Do we have an end? Is there an end in sight? Is there an end? Here it is. And I'm just going to mark out this week. And this is really, really useful, because if I'm out and about and I've just got this little diary, I mean, obviously I know who the client is, but I don't have any information on here. I just know that don't make any firm plans. Just don't do it. Don't make any firm plans that first bit of March, because you're on call. And obviously if she has her baby before then I'll just unpeel the washi tape and free up that week. So that is my last birth booking of the year, but there's a lot else going on. So I'm just going to fill in the things that I have to pencil into my diary from my main planner. If you saw my last video, you would have seen that I had hinted to my husband that I really, really wanted this pen. Guess what? Guess what I got? I got it for my birthday, which is just a few days before Christmas. I've got a Kaweco Brass Sport, and I'm completely and utterly obsessed and in love with it. I've already got through its crappy little blue cartridge that came with it and filled it up with Quink, what do you call it? Parker Quink Black, which is, oh, it's just so juicy. It's just lovely. And as I have a thing that I had penciled that I can actually pen in, I'm going to use it now. Oh, behold, behold. Okay, the only other thing to mark in is the Easter holiday, just to know when the kids are off school. And for that, I don't know why, I just always do use a green felt tip pen. So that is this week. And this week. Okay, so really is that simple. Just a little forward planner for 2 months to tell me the things that are penciled in could still move. They are NCT courses that could cancel. The things in pen are things that are definitely happening, and I've got my little on-call. I'm really, really happy with that. So shall we assemble everything again? Let's have a look again, tidying up in the style of pushing everything to the side. Right, so here we have the lovely leather, and I tend to just, let's have it the right way up. Put that in first, so that lays against the spine, because this is a very, very floppy traveller's notebook, and I just need to, effectively that feels like it's part of it if I do it like that. And then my new, oh, isn't it fancy? Oh, I do quite like it. Okay, you are going to be a problem, aren't you? So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of tape, good old-fashioned sellotape. Oop, interesting, a tiny yellow dot. So I'm just going to run a piece of tape down, I think. Just a little bit, not far, but just to keep this guy under control. Do I want to, I don't want it to show on there, but I feel like it's this whole little section here needs just a little bit of discipline. There we go. Can't always get tape to stick to washi, but actually I think that's going to play well together. Right. And that will just reinforce that for me. Lovely. Now I'm going to need a jump band. Bear with, bear with. Okay, how annoying is that? I only have whopping great big ones, so we're going to need to make one. Fear not, for I have elastic. Okay. So I need it to be that big. And it's going to connect these two together. Where is your middle? There's your middle. The middle of you. And you right way up. And the middle of you. And I would like it to be about that tight, I would say. So a bit less maybe. That tight. So I'm just going to take them out. And now I know where to tie it. I can just eyeball how much tail I need and tie a knot. I need that much tail. That feel about right? Certainly does. I might even have another little one of those. Let's have a look. Let's have a rummage. Oh, so many interesting things. But I'm sure I saw another little brass widget. Come now. There, yes. Yes, yes, I got one. Okay, and now the best way to put this on is not to faff about at this end, but to simply shove it through the end at this end. And if it doesn't want to play, you can tell it to. And I need a pokey. I need a pokey device. Too fat. Pokey device. Another pokey device. I recently rearranged a few things around the office, and I think I've lost my tweezers. Pokey device. Pokey device. See, the power of not really tidying up. Okay, so there was a large amount of faff that occurred, but I have done it basically. So I got it to go through, and I pulled it down, and then I chopped the ends off. But I lost a bit of footage, and it took forever anyway, so it's okay. I saved you from it. So I'm going to put the jump band on. We've got that one on there, and through here. Bonk, bonk. Fits beautifully, right? And then those go through there, and just separate them out. Now I quite like having those two down there together. I've had this sort of set up before, I think in my standard Wanderings with these two at the bottom, and I quite like it. I often have bookmarks hanging out the bottom of my traveller's notebooks, and this obviously doesn't need a bookmark, but those look quite nice. So there we have it, a perfect little companion if I'm going out for the day and I don't want to take my massive tome. It has, shall we do a little flip through? We have the cover followed by the first part of the wallet insert. This is where my cards will go, driving license, that kind of thing. Doesn't that look lovely? That was really effective. Beautiful washi. And that just sits nicely with my Kaweco Sport brass. That's the first inside of the craft folder. That'll be really good for receipts or notes or whatever I want to put in there. We've got up to February in this one, and then March and April in this one. And obviously I will continue to create more months as I need them. I may collage this down the line. Of course, I probably will. If I do, you guys will hear about it. What I really like about these Travellers Company monthly inserts is how much blank paper there is. So if I'm using it really occasionally, as this one will be, it's plenty. So the other day, I happened to have this one, not my main one. I was talking to a fellow doula, And we were talking about doula retreats. She told me about one that's happening in May. Absolutely perfect to be able to whip this out and just make a quick note. That then got transferred to where it needed to be when I got home. But with 2 notebooks in here, 2 inserts, I've got plenty of notepaper. Perfect. That's the back side of the craft paper folder. I think I had a post-it note or 2 in there before, and I will probably do that again. So the adventure begins. Love it. And that's the zip part of the wallet, so I can keep some coins in there and some boldy money. So there we have it. My cute little on-the-go wallet and planner. See you soon. Bye.